So good morning, everyone. Welcome, welcome. I am Anne Casapini, and I welcome you to practice today. In today's class, we will only do standing and seated postures, nothing to the floor. And I just wanted to share this book, a favorite of mine, Yoga for Arthritis, which I will read a little bit from and awesome poses from. And you don't need to have arthritis in order to benefit from the wisdom in this book. It's by a dear teacher of mine, Ellen Saltonstall, and also co-authored by Dr. Lauren Fishman. Anyway, so today I thought we would focus a little bit on shoulders, because I was just recently traveling and my shoulder is bugging me from carrying some luggage. And many times, many of my students will report that they have a little bit of shoulder issues. So we'll work on that today and play with that today. So first, let's just get centered. Today you'll need a strap, you'll need a chair. And I'd like you to sit on the chair. I'm just sitting close to the camera, so I'm closer to you for now. But sit on the chair to the middle front of the chair. And place your feet on the floor. I'm just gonna make the volume a little louder. I want you to just sense the support under your feet. Sense the floor. Sense the weight is balanced under your feet and under your hips. And then rest your hands on your lap. And as you breathe in now, I'd like you to just breathe in and feel like you expand from the inside out, right? I'll call this inner body bright. So just on the breath, notice what happens. When you take a full breath in, there's an expansion. Feel that. Yeah, feels kind of good, kind of making space in your body. And maintaining that sense of fullness. Now on the exhale, I'd like you to see what you can soften. Can you soften your jaw? Can you soften your belly? Your eyes, even close them a moment. Yeah. And then just gently breathe in again. Notice the breath today. How's it feeling today? And exhale, notice how that feels. Without judgment, right? We come to the practice each time without judgment. Just pat yourself on the back for showing up for your practice. That's great. And it's come as you are party. Gently breathe in. Gently breathe out. Yes, good. Gently breathe in. Connect to that breath. Connect to that sense of expanding from the inside out on the in-breath. And then as you exhale, maintaining that sense of fullness and brightness on the inside. The exhale softens, right? Softens the jaw, the belly, the eyes. Very good. Sorry about Rocky barking out there. That's my Rocky dog. He's just back from a walk. Good. When you feel ready, gently open the eyes. Good. All right. So now let's go. No, first I wanted to share a few words with you about the shoulders. All right. So an important thing to remember is that the less a joint in your body moves, the less it's able to move. This is the beauty of the movement of yoga, right? We address all the joints. We encourage range of motion just by breathing and moving on a regular basis. So the more you use it, the more it's useful to you, the more the range of motion, right? So keep that in mind. So I just want to say, all the poses will benefit, right? But specifically, we gain strength and coordination and range of motion as we focus on the shoulders. And I just want to talk about those wings on your back, the scapula. So I'm just quoting from the book. The system of muscles, tendons, ligaments, and bones that make up the shoulder is unique. And although most bones connect to specific places, usually the ends of other bones, the scapula or shoulder blades, those are different. They hang loosely and they slide over a large region of the backs of the ribs. They are capable of rising, lowering, moving to the midline, closer to your spine, and then considerably out to the sides, tilting in all three dimensions. That's what's interesting about them, right? The scapula, they're not held in place by inelastic ligaments, as are the knees, the hips, the ankles, elbows, and vertebrae. Rather, a large group of muscles, each flexible and independently contractile, moves the shoulder blades or holds them in place each time the arm moves. So my point is, those blades help the body adapt when you kind of have a shoulder ache and maybe you're not able to lift the arm up high. So the blades and the muscles around them, the ligaments, they adapt. Now that's a good thing because you're going to need to do some movement. But if you keep adapting and don't address some of the issues, then you're going to it's like the idea of use it or lose it. So let's explore. Let's just, I'm going to meet you on the chair. We're going to start sitting. And I want you to, I'm just changing my glasses. Okay. I'm going to show you in profile. So sitting on your chair, or the middle front of your chair, I want you to bring your awareness onto the wings of your back. Okay. And I want you to just explore the movement. So let's try bringing them up. So shrug your shoulders up, and can you sense the shoulder blade moving? And then press the shoulders down toward your hips. And feel how the blades, the bottom tips, move down toward the waistline. Can you feel that? Just do that again. Up and down. Up and down. Good. And now I want you to feel the contraction in of the blades. So put your arms like this, and you're going to squeeze in, like retract the upper arm bones into the shoulder socket. Feel how the blades move in. Yeah. And then now widen out into your elbows and move the blades out. Can you feel that? At first, it can be a little bit hard to feel, but I want you to try. So contract, expand out. Just all right. So you're just experiencing that. All right. And now I want you to do a couple of things with me also. Things that help the shoulder joint. First, very simply, the breath. So I want you to breathe in and expand from the inside out. Breathe in. Feel how it rises the chest. Good. So we'll call that inner body bright. So breathe in and let the body just move naturally. Good. Then take your arms straight out like this. Gently hug back the upper arms into the shoulder socket. So from the side, I did inner body bright. Then I retracted the upper arm bones back, locating the head of the arm bones deeply into the shoulder sockets, right? So get that. Mm-hmm. And now lower the arm, but lift your chest and pull the bottom tips of your blades down a little bit so you get kind of a circle of energy. The chest lifts, the bottom of the blades draw down, and the tops of the ears move back. So now you've really aligned the shoulders and the neck and the shoulder girdle, right? And now I want you to just, with bent elbows, feel like you can expand out into your elbows. I'll show you from the front. So I did inner body bright, side body's long. I retracted in. I feel that circle of energy, and the tops of the ears draw back. And finally, I just expand out this way. I move the blades out and I feel broad. So those movements have aligned your neck and the shoulder girdle. And here you are, standing very well, sitting well. Good. Keeping some of those things in mind. Don't worry, you don't have to remember anything. I'll remind you. Let's come to standing. And you can have your chair at the front of your mat with the back of the chair facing you in case you need to grab on for balance. I want you to take a strap. Please take your feet out or hip width apart and take your strap wide. So what we're going to do is, with solid feet and solid legs, you're going to inhale, lift up. Notice how that feels in your shoulders. Don't go to pain, only go to what feels good. So we're warming up the body. Inhale, lift up. Exhale and release. There's a little bit of pull, yeah, making the strap taut. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, release. If you don't have a yoga strap, you can use a belt, a scarf, even the sleeves of a sweatshirt or shirt. Notice as we continue to repeat the movement, your body might open up a little bit, your shoulders might release a little bit, and you could go a little bit further. So stay here a moment, wherever you're at. Pull your hands apart. What happens to the blades when you pull your hands apart? They pull in together, right? They pull in toward the spine. Just feel that. Now I want you to drop your front ribs down a little bit. Move your hips back a little, your thighs back. And I'll just show you the full range of motion, which you may not do ever. But the full range of motion comes down behind your hips. Don't worry if that's hard or you don't want to do that today. That's okay. You know your body best. Good. Let's try now. Once again, on the breath. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, take it to where it works for you. And then release. One more. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, take it behind you. Maybe go a little further, maybe not. Give yourself more strap if you need to. And release. Good. And now armpit to armpit. So you're going to pull the strap taut. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, take it behind your neck, but not on your neck. Press your elbows back. The heart lifts, the sternum lifts. The upper back muscles are engaging. I'm pressing my elbows back. Inhale, lift up. And exhale, release. Good. Please just roll the shoulders up and back and down. And back and up and down. Yeah, really good. So yes, we want to increase the range of motion. Yes, we want to strengthen. So let's do wall push-ups. Now, wall push-ups, just you could use a closet door. You can watch me for a moment and then join in. So I'm going to face the wall. Just going to move my chair a little bit. And my hands are a little bit wider than my upper shoulders. My fingernails are in line with the top of the shoulders. My feet are about 2 feet away from the wall. And what I want you to do is you're going to retract. You're going to first breathe in, inner body breath. Then you're going to retract your upper arm bones back into the shoulder socket. Excuse my back. Feel the blades on your back. Yes. Lift your sternum. Tilt the tops of your ears back. And now you're going to bend your elbows, press into the wall, keeping your body straight like a plank. And then press away. So let me just show you from here on this side, a little closer to the camera. Imagine the wall's in front of me. My feet are about 2 feet away from the wall. And the body's going to be like a plank leaning in. So you're going to breathe in, get that side body long, inner body bright. There's a brightness from the inside, an expansion, right? Then you retract your upper arm bones back into the shoulder sockets. Yeah. Pull the blades down toward your waist, lift the heart, tilt the tops of the ears back, and then you're going to lean in and push away, and lean in and push away. Do that a couple of times. Just try that. Breathe in, get bright and expansive inside. Retract the upper arm bones back, lift the heart, tilt the tops of the ears back, press in, press out. Building a little strength in the shoulders and the arms. So the idea is to keep the blades on your back while you're doing it. Yeah? The scapula. Excellent. And release. Roll the wrists down. Good, good. Let's do a down dog. Please turn your chair around. This is going to be a supported down dog. So the 4 feet of your chair are safely on the mat. You hold on to the front corners and you step back into an upside down V shape. So bend your knees. Here, I want you to, let's pay attention to the arms and shoulders today very much. Lift the upper arms, lift the armpits away from the earth, keeping that melt between the shoulder blades. It's like your heart, your sternum drop down to the earth. Make like a little valley between the shoulder blades. Feel that, just feel that. Breathe, stretch your spine, stretch the side body. Use your breath to feel spacious inside. Breathe in, breathe out. Now let's put a little attention on the legs now. You're bending your knees, you're raising your sit bones high. Sit bones. You're getting a little concavity in the lower lumbar. And then work to straighten the legs as best you can. Engage the thighs. Breathe. Now bend one knee, lean into the other hip, the straight leg hip, and alternate that. All the while now you're maintaining the arms and shoulders. You are lifting the upper arms away from the floor, not collapsing. You are hollowing out the armpits by sucking up, right, toward the ceiling, like someone was going to tickle you and you didn't want them to tickle you. Melting between the shoulder blades, creating that belly, and you're stretching your hamstrings. There's a lot going on right now. Now, bend both knees at the same time and stretch the heels toward the floor. They do not have to touch the floor. Zip up the abdominal area, a little bit zip up here. And now take your torso forward into a plank pose. So straight arms, strengthening the shoulders, round your back, lift your navel, bend the knees, and pull your hips back. Stretch into a down dog. Really good. Try that again or rest. You can always come out of the pose and rest when you need to. Coming onto your tiptoes, you leave your feet where they are. Come forward, shoulders over wrists. Round the back a little bit. Good. Bend the knees, pull your hips and thighs back, stretching into down dog. Very, very good. Please walk forward to the front of your mat, to the chair. When you get there, bend your knees, hands on hips. Squeeze the shoulder blades, squeeze the elbows, toward each other, yes. And then come on up to standing. Excellent. So now, again, I would like you to use a wall or a closet door, and you're gonna do like a stop sign. So if the wall, imagine the wall's right here to my right, okay? The palm is gonna go there, fingers pointing straight up. So let's try that on the wall. The hand, the fingertips are a little bit above my shoulder. I just moved back so you could see it better. And what I want you to do, again, you'll hear these instructions today repeating. Stand with your feet in a good mountain pose. That means they're just under your sit bones. Weight is 50-50. That's your foundation. And you're gonna breathe in and do like, expanding from the inside out. That's what it feels like. My inner body's bright on the breath, right? So just do that. Everybody can do that. Just breathe a little deeper, let your body naturally expand. Keeping that, now I want you to retract the upper arm bone into the shoulder socket a little bit, right? So sometimes I turn to the camera to show you the different angle. So you're gonna pull that upper arm bone, like a model with this arm piece, yeah. Yeah, you pull it into your shoulder socket. Good, good. Yes. And now start to press the wall. So press your hand and arm into the wall a little bit. And start now to turn your feet away from the wall. Turn your feet, turn your torso while you're still pressing the wall. Can you feel that stretch? It's the pectoral stretch. I also feel it in my hand. I feel it in my forearms. Gently breathe. And release. Good. So I'm not sure if you could tell from the angle of the wall. So I'll just show you. It was like this. Imagine the wall's here. So I pressed, right? I breathed in, inner body bright. I retracted the upper arm bone. And then I pressed the wall a little more actively and I turned. Yeah. So let's do that on the other side. Okay. Touching the wall. So you're an arm's distance away from the wall. Check the weight on your feet. It's 50-50. Breathe in, and again, very simply, just breathe in and expand from the inside out. Gently hug that upper arm bone back a little bit more into its shoulder socket, securing and creating more stability in that shoulder joint by hugging in a contractive movement. And then lift the sternum, let the tops of your ears move back a little bit, slide the shoulder blades down toward the waist, keeping all of that. Press the wall away. Actively press. That's an expansive feeling, yeah. And then you walk your feet away from the wall, turning your body away while you continue pressing, and you get a really delicious stretch. I don't know if all of you would use that word, delicious, but you get a good stretch in maybe your hand, your forearm, your pectoral area, the upper quadrant of your chest. Just feel that. Breathe into it. Yeah, good. Yeah. So that surprisingly could be a little intense feeling, right? You're doing this, you're breathing, expanding, you're retracting. There's all these little steps, but it becomes a pattern. And then you press and then you open away. And you could see how this whole area opens up. When you do movements like that, good for the shoulder, good for lymph drainage, good for breast health, all of that. So we're doing a lot. All right, now I'd like you to sit on the chair. Now this one, I'm going to show it to you first, and you could decide if it's too much, you could skip it. This, you don't have to do every single pose I suggest, every single movement, because don't worry if one feels like not appropriate for today. Wait a couple minutes and I'll be on to something else. So this one creates strength in your arms and strength in your shoulders. I'm going to just please watch me first. I'm going to sit with my feet on the floor, hips on the chair, feet are walking away, hands on the chair. I'm going to straighten my arms. I'm going to breathe. Very important. Breathe. Get bright on the inside. Retract the upper arm bones. Squeeze the shoulder blades onto the back a little bit more. Firm the arms, and then I slide my hips off and I lift up. I'm going to repeat the instructions. I just wanted you to see what I'm doing and then sit down again. All right, roll your wrists out to prepare them. So if you're going to try this one, here we go. Feet are very important in this. You need to root them, feel the floor, and they're a little bit forward. Hands are on the chair. Press down to stretch your spine, lift your heart. Yes. Breathe in. Get nice and bright on the inside, nice and full and spacious. Squeeze the shoulder blades toward each other, lifting the heart, tilting the tops of the ears back, and keeping all of that now. Press the hands and arms into the chair. Slide your hips forward. Lift your hips a little or more. One more. Do not throw your head back. Gaze forward. And sit down. Yes. Roll the wrists out, please. You got it. All right, let's get into some standing poses now. Using a chair if needed. If you're going to maybe use the chair for stability, put the back 2 feet of your chair on the long edge of the mat, okay? And you're going to take a wide stance. Feet start out parallel. Please open, I'll do opposite of you. So you open your right toes 90 degrees and widen the back heel out a little bit. Okay, good. Please bend the front knee, and you're going to look at it, align the knee directly over the ankle. So notice back leg is straight, front leg is bent. All right, so here, I want you to do this today. Lift both arms. This is a warrior 2 position. The chair is here if you're nervous and you need to get a little bit more stability. You could always hold on. Please bring the arms shoulder height. Good. Now bring them closer together like a V shape. And let's do those few steps that we've been practicing today. Good for shoulders. Solid foundation. Feel your feet nice and strong in the floor, on the floor. Inhale, side body long, inner body's bright, right? So you inhale, you retract, gently pulling energy from your fingers up the arms into the shoulder sockets. So inhale, get bright, get light, retract the upper arm bones. Now open your arms a little wider, turn the palms up, feel what that does to the upper arms. A nice external rotation. Then from the elbows to your fingertips, turn the palms down, right? Can you feel that? Now press the air a little bit, as if you had resistance. Can you feel how pressing the air down very, very strongly activates those blades on your back? It brings the blades pulling down toward your waistline. Good. And now keeping that, gaze over the middle fingers of your front hand and just breathe. Soften the wrists a little, soften the fingers a little bit. The final movement I want you to feel in this is from your heart. Now expand out in opposite directions in each hand. So you've created really nice stability, really nice expansion as well. Really good. Hold on. Straighten the legs, turn the feet around. You got it. So now your left toes are pointing straight ahead. Your back heel is angled in. Bend the front knee. So if I hold you in a pose too long, feel free to just press down and straighten and come out of it. Rest when you need to rest. All right, here we go. Find your awareness in your feet, right? So you have a strong foundation. Open the arms out. Bring them in closer like a V. Bring the hands in a little bit closer. Yeah. So we'll start with the breath. Breathe in. Get the side body long. Feel expansive in the torso. Yes, the breath does a lot. So you breathe in. Now you pull the upper arm bones back into the shoulder sockets. It's like you're giving yourself a hug. Feel that? Then open the arms out. Yes. Turn the palms up. Feel how the upper, it turns the biceps toward the sky. Yeah. Keeping the biceps toward the sky. From just turn your palms down. You'll feel the lower arm. Inner, what we call inner rotate, inner spiral. Yes. Good, good. Keeping all of that now. From your heart, expand out into your fingertips, like you're pulling your hands in opposite directions. Yeah, and that front knee, make sure it doesn't fall into the big toe side. Yes, good, good, good. The gaze, your eyes can look over the middle fingers of your front hand. And just feel how good this can feel. It can be challenging. Yeah, it could be a bit of work. But the more you do it, the more playful it becomes. Try to press the air down as if you had resistance, as if you were in like a vat of chocolate, thick liquid chocolate, and you had that resistance and you're trying to push your hands and arms down between that. See how that activates the muscles on your back? Feel the blades more, connect to the blades. Sometimes it's hard to connect to your shoulder blades because they're on your back and you don't see them. To release the pose, hold on, press down, straighten your legs, and come in. Excellent. Now, if you're at home, I should have said this before, but I didn't. If you're at home and your legs are tired, your back is tired, but you still want to work the arms, you could sit in the chair. Just watch me for a second. You could kind of modify like this and do that same shoulder work that we did. So just so you know, there's always a way to practice. All right. Now, let's do another standing pose. Let us do extended side angle. And start with the same foot and leg position. So you go wide, parallel feet. You open the right toes 90 degrees. You widen the back heel. Please bend the front knee once again and look with your own eyes. Just check. Is the knee vertical over the ankle? That's what we want. Now, from here, tilt the torso to that front leg. You're going to lean on that front forearm, on that front thigh. Now, important here for the shoulder is oftentimes this bottom shoulder rolls in. Be careful. Don't let it roll in. Open it, take it back. So you feel the shoulder blade is on your back, okay? That's important to protect the shoulder. You could stay here and breathe. To add the other arm, turn the top palm to the sky, swing the arm behind you, and reach over your head. And again, if this is too much for you, you could be sitting on the chair and work the upper body like this, but with the support of the chair under your head. And stretch and breathe. Ear to bicep. Notice how the breath moves in your body in this shape. Stay really rooted in the outer edge of your back foot. Yeah, good. To come out of it, hold on. Look down to your front foot. Press down, come up. Turn the feet around, please. Strong feet, strong legs. Take a breath. Yeah, good. And you're going to bend the front leg. Okay? Yep. Front forearm on the front thigh. Palm is up. Palm is up. Make sure that bottom shoulder is not rounding forward, okay? You got to protect the shoulder. So the blade is on your back. Yes, good, good. Stay here, holding onto the chair. That's option one. Another option is to add the other arm. So palm to the ceiling on this top hand. Swing it back behind yourself a little bit. Karate chop the air in front of you, right? Just karate chop the air and let that arm now reach over your top ear as you root in more into the outer edge of the back foot. Delicious stretch. The whole top edge of your body, just opening up. So it's always this dance. We create stability, and then we create more ability to feel a sense of ease and freedom in the movements. Good. Hold on to the chair. Look down to your front foot. Press down off your front thigh. Parallel the feet and come on in. March in place. Let go of any tension you may have created. Good, good. And just roll the shoulders again. So remember, the less that you move a joint, the less it's able to move. So sometimes we get nervous, we get afraid, like, oh, this one's killing me. And yes, sometimes you have to rest it. Sometimes you have to ice it, put a little special cream on it, whatever. But then you want to introduce little movements. You could do very subtle movements. Because, the body produces something called synovial fluid, which is like a DW40, WD40 for the joints. It's a lubricant. It cleanses the joint. It lubricates the joint. So you want to definitely move as much as you can. All right, now let's give the shoulders a break and go ahead and sit on your chair for a moment and just work the quads a little bit. You're sitting to the middle front of your chair. Heart is lifted, spine is long. Glide one leg out, foot is flexed, toes are flexed. Tilt to the front of your sit bones. So you're getting some concavity here at the lower back, okay? And then lift and lower and bend the knee. Other leg, glide it out, lift it up, and if it's hard for you, you can use your hands to assist. Lower down, bring it back. Inhale, slide that heel out. Exhale, lift it by itself or assist with hands. Lower it down, bring it back. So the slower you do this, the harder it can become. And you're really strengthening this thigh muscle, which is the biggest muscle in your body. Yeah. Rest or do one more each side. Don't lift any higher than your other thigh, please. Because that would round your back, which you don't want. Good. Let's do seated forward fold. Open your feet and knees on a diagonal. Bow the torso forward. If you'd like, you can grab a block. If you have a block to grab, put it between your legs, actually. There. And bow. Release your neck and head. Notice. Do you feel a stretch in your spine? I feel it in the lower back. Yeah, I feel it in the middle back even. Notice where you feel it today. Good. Press your hands onto your thighs and slowly round up, slowly. So especially on these very hot summer days, make sure you're hydrated and slowly and mindfully. Good. Let's come up to standing. And let's do a supported forward fold. We'll use the chair as an option and also a block as an option. So we'll go through three or four different variations. You're facing the chair. Your weight is 50-50 on your feet. Stand tall. Breathe in, and as you exhale, it's like your chin into your chest, round down the spine. The hands are going to hold the chair. You might already feel tightness in your legs. Then you could stay here. More challenge, come onto your forearms. Okay, try to get the side of your hips over the side of your ankle, not back behind your heels like that. not forward toward your toes like that. Just, and if you have to move your feet, do it. So here, another variation. You're right on your forearms. Third variation, hands on block. Release neck and head. Fourth variation, hands to floor, fingertips. I want your hands to be weight bearing. Okay, so I'm gonna move a little away from the chair. Release your neck and head. Now, if you feel tightness, the backs of your legs, the hamstrings, I want you to inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten. So you give yourself a break. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten. Just gently warming the body. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten. Now see if you can stay there. Shake out the shoulders. Nod your chin, nod your head. Yes and no. And breathe. Good. Then bend your knees. You can hold onto your surface, your chair, and that can help you come out of the pose. I'd like you to all to come up halfway and look forward. So your knees are bent. Take your outer hands onto the back of the chair. Zip up your navel. Reach your arms parallel to the floor. And inhale, come on up. Exhale, release the arms. Good. Turn your chair around, just in case you need it for balance support. Let's do a moving, powerful chair, okay? So you're gonna inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, sit like you're sitting in a chair. Look at your feet. Are they parallel? Are they evenly placed? Zip up your navel, tailbone down. Then inhale, rise up to standing, lift the arms like you're gonna touch the sky. Exhale, lower your arms. Let's do that again. Inhale, lift the arms up, big stretch. Exhale, sit like you're sitting in a chair. Open the fingers, inhale, rise up. Exhale, release the arms. Rest, or do one more. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, sit like you're sitting in a chair. Inhale, rise up to standing. Exhale, lower the arms. So good. All right, let's do now eagle pose. This can be done sitting in a chair or standing. So you can pick how you want to do it. If you're sitting in a chair, let's take the right leg over the left. If you're standing, just bend your knees, right knee toward the opposite shoulder, and then place, foot on floor, ball of foot on floor. Okay. Left arm forward, right arm underneath. Press your palms. And if that's too hard, backs of palms face each other, shoulders. Good. I'm going to come closer to the camera, just show you those arms again. Left arm forward, like this. Right arm underneath. Maybe press your palms. This is the hardest version. Easier is just backs of hands. Easiest, hands on shoulders. So whichever arm position you're doing, do some circles. Yeah, good. Notice. And the other way. Good. Now, even though the shape of the arms in this eagle pose, it pulls your shoulder blades off your back. Can you feel that? I want you to do the opposite action. So try to retract the upper arm bones back into the shoulder sockets. We've done that move a few times in class today. Retract back. Locate the head of the arm bones deeper into the shoulder socket. Yeah, so just feel that. And then as you circle, sense the blades on your back. Sense the shoulder socket. Good. Other way. Now bend your torso forward. Maybe your elbows come toward your knees. And press down and release. Good. Nice. Just know that there's something in between both these sitting versions, standing version. You could always go to a wall, put your hips on the wall, and do the pose. So I'll show you this on this side. So I'm at the wall, my feet are about 8 inches away from the wall, 10 inches. I bend my knees, I keep my hips on the wall. Now the left knee comes up toward the opposite shoulder and ball of foot is on the floor. And my hips are right on the wall. You could be sitting, you could be at the wall, you could be standing. Right arm forward, left arm underneath. So can you see that? So it's like my hips were placed on the wall for steadiness. Right arm forward, left arm underneath. Press the palms. You got it. Retract those upper arm bones back into the shoulder sockets, keeping that circle. And you're breathing, right? I'm showing you all the variations so you can have fun, whichever one you want to try. And breathe. And circle the other way. You got it. Center the elbows, lift the sternum, bow forward. And if one side feels easier than the other side, that's pretty normal. If one side gives you a little bit of pain, then don't stay in the pain. Just release it and give yourself a break. This is the side that's getting me a little bit today. That's the other thing. You know, you can bring a little more awareness into your everyday movements in life. Like I tend to carry a bag on this side. Right? So if this shoulder starts to become a little tender, well, then maybe I want to switch my daily habit and hold things on this side. Right? So you can modify. So undo the pose. Come to standing. Let's do a balance pose. Let's do tree pose. All right. Chair is next to you in case you need to hold on to it for balance. Put all your weight on your right foot. I'll do opposite of you. The other foot could be right next to it. All the foot on floor, heel on ankle. That's your basic, most stable version. More challenge, you pick up that foot, put it on the inner calf. Max challenge, you're going to bring it all the way up to your inner thigh. Press thigh to foot to thigh. Good. You could always hold it if your leggings are slippery, or go down to an easier version. See how it feels today. Every day's different. Maybe one hand in the heart, maybe both. Open the arms. Lift up. Turn the palms up and lift up. Can you drop the shoulder a little bit? Yeah, just kind of pull them away from your ears. So root through the lower body, through the leg, and don't worry if you come out of the pose a little bit, then you can just try to go back in. Yeah. Root rise. Little swaying of the branches is totally fine, right? Trees sway. That's what keeps them safe in the storm, that adaptability, that ability. So you stay there a moment. I'm just going to I was going to let someone into class. I saw someone trying to come into class. Okay, when you need to release it, release it. Please go to the other side. Root. Choose which variation. Ball of foot on floor, heel on inner ankle. Most stable. A little bit harder on inner calf. Max hard. All the way up to the root of the thigh. Squeeze in. Yes, adapt. Maybe one hand on the chair, one hand in the heart. Yeah, that feels. Maybe open the arms, turn the palms up, lift the arms. Yeah, good. Relax the shoulders. Yeah, pull the blades down on your back, like toward your waistline. And breathe. So every breath, you can feel like more expansive and bright on the inside. So good. Then play with it a little bit if you can. Sway the arms. You could have one hand holding onto the chair even as you sway the upper body a little bit, staying rooted in the lower body, and then release as you need to. Good. Let's finish the asana portion of the class, the posture portion, with half dog. Then we'll go into a little meditation. I like to do a formal seated meditation in every class. So here you're in an L position. Find your ankles under your hips. Arms are stretched out. Lift the upper arms, lift the armpits. Keeping that lightness, that lift, melt between the shoulder blades. Good. Put a slight bend in your knees so you can tilt your pelvis forward. Yeah. Get that concavity going in the lower lumbar. And now just feeling your feet, feeling your hands. Breathe. Get nice and spacious in the body. Breathe. Good, good. Side body's long. Spine is long. Yeah. Alternate bending one knee, straightening the other. Yes. Lean into the straight leg hip. We did this before. It's always nice to revisit now that the body's really warmed up. Lift the head, lift the shoulders, the torso, and walk forward. Very good. So now I invite you to sit on the chair. Notice how your shoulders feel. Good, good. Just take a breath. With your feet on the floor, you can manually roll your thighs in and pull the fleshy part out. So the thighs roll in toward the space between your legs. It just kind of sets up the pelvis and makes the spine easier to lift up out of the spine, out of the pelvis. Good. And let's just once again set ourselves up for a comfortable position. So we set our feet, we set our seat. And then from that solid foundation, I want you to breathe in. And just notice what the body does. Again, very naturally, without you even thinking about it. When you breathe in, mind, make space in the body. The shoulders want to float up, the heart lifts, the blades move in towards spine. Yeah, now tilt the tops of your ears back a little bit. Yeah, so you get this circle of energy. Like it's like the heart lifting, the blades pulling down toward the waistline. Yeah, nice. So wide across the top chest. Very, very good. Gently close your eyes, or 3/4 close your eyes, and you can gaze at a point in front of you. And I'll just say a few phrases, and you can just listen in or repeat them to yourself as you like. Breathing in, I know I am breathing in. In, out. Breathing in, I know I am breathing in. Breathing out, I know I am breathing in. Breathing in, my breath grows deep. Breathing out, my breath grows slow. Deep, slow. Deep, slow. Breathing in, I feel calm. Breathing out, I feel ease. Calm, ease. Calm, ease. Breathing in, I smile. Breathing out, I release. Smile. Release. Smile. Release. Breathing in, I am in the present moment. Breathing out, I know this is a wonderful moment. Present moment. wonderful moment. Present moment. Wonderful moment. Good, and now gently open your eyes. Move any part of your body that needs a little movement right now. And I want to just say to all of you, thank you for coming to class today, and namaste. Just in case you don't remember, that means the light in me honors the light in each of you. So namaste.